3, 2, 1.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about Peerless Single Barrel Bourbon. My husband just brought this home, so I was like, and he's like, you got to try this because this was a Missouri special release in 2023. And well, guess who's from Missouri? Yeah, that's me. I have tried Peerless Rye, and I'm not a big rye person, but I was like, I'll give this a go. But before I tell you my thoughts on it, let's talk about Peerless Distilling in Kentucky. I went to Peerless website, and they have a significant history page, and I will link that in my comments. But originally, they were in Henderson, Kentucky, and in the summer of 1881, Elijah Worsham and Captain J.B. Johnson formed and began Henderson Distilling under the E.W. Worsham and Company operations. And in that winter, so that was established in summer of 1881. In winter of 1881, they had their first Peerless whiskey. Jump ahead a few years, we get to 1889, where the Worsham Distillery is unable to keep up with everything in Worsham, W-O-R-S-H-A-M, ended up dying, and that distillery was sold to Henry Craver, who was the owner of a saloon and was also building a tobacco store. Henry Craver started building more warehouses, and Peerless whiskey went from being bottled like 8 barrels a week up to 200 barrels a week. Yay for whiskey, right? More people happy stuff. I've tried a few. Again, I still have more to try though. Then we jump ahead to 1907, where Craver says, we're not going to be the Worsham Distilling Company anymore. We're now known as the Kentucky Peerless Distilling Company. And that initial capital stock was $100,000. And then in 1917, they started being able to bottle 200 barrels a week, 23,000 barrels a year, and had 63,000 barrels in storage. Then we get to Prohibition. So during Prohibition in the 1920s, their federally bonded warehouse was used for whiskey storage, and that was under the protection of the U.S. government. And then in 1923, the contents of that warehouse was transported by troops to Owensboro, Kentucky, and Peerless whiskey was still used for medicinal usage. Now, on their website, Peerless has a lot of other history between there and where I'm getting ready to start at March 2014. So in March 2014, we get Corky and Carson Taylor. They are 4th and 5th generation family members of Henry Craver. So Corky is the great grandson, and then Carson is Corky's son. So in 2014, Corky and Carson start construction on the new Peerless Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky. And in 2014, also, they were able to obtain the OG original Kentucky distilling plant number and the recipe from that first distillery in Henderson. So, in March 4th, 2015, they put the first whiskeys in the barrel since 1917, and on June 3rd, 2015 was their grand opening in Louisville. On April 27th, 2017, the first batch of rye whiskey was to be bottled for the first time in 100 years. Since then, Peerless has received several awards: Travelers Awards, Whiskey Awards, Bourbon Awards, and you can go see them on their website. So this single barrel, again, it's 117.9 proof, which makes it 58.95% alcohol by volume. Again, this is a single barrel, and this blend is a corn, rye, and barley. And again, this is a Missouri special release. I typically like my bourbons around 100 proof. Once you get into that 115, 120, things get a little spicy. But I told my husband I'll be a big girl and try this. So here we go. At first taste, you gotta just kind of see how it sets. It's not as spicy as I thought it would be for 117. It's pretty smooth. I don't know that I would choose this every time I drink because I try something new almost every week. But for a higher proof, and again, I don't usually do those, it's not bad. He poured me like an ounce, so I'll finish it up, and it is spicy for me on the back. But let me know if you've tried this, what you think of it. And this was bought in St. Clair at the Cave down by Gibby's. So just excited. Hey, we got our own special release bottle in Missouri. Have a great day.